Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I have completed my 13th sketchbook after, I think it's been 3 months. I don't think I actually wrote down when I completed it, so I'll do that like right now. I just finished this yesterday. And so I'm going to take you on a tour of some art blocks, some stories, and some character design, and some tiers. So this is the cover. This is actually an idea for my comic. The comic, I don't think I've actually showed you guys the idea, but it's probably in here somewhere. Maybe. Probably not, actually. I might explain that in a video. To start this off, I drew a picture of Abby, and I did a lot of mixed media art, and there's places, there's ink here, there's watercolor. Most of this base is marker, and I didn't do as well as I have learned to do now. So most of this stuff is very not good, and I tried to do lighting, and there's too much lighting on the skirt and too extreme lighting. This is the thumbnails for that, and this is another drawing that I did, and I don't know why, but I drew her sort of glowing, and I tried to do some lighting effects with that, even though this probably should not be affected. This is not being affected, so, and neither should these legs. Oh. Over here, it's actually, I don't actually really like this drawing very much. I tried to do some color pencil stuff and it didn't really work out too well. Over here, I had a little bit of inspiration to make a little character, but I didn't really like her. And I didn't really have a story for it. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is so old. This is the first time that I wrote down a story for Mist. Oh my god. Mist is a Greek mythology story that I came up with. I was inspired by Percy Jackson. Well, here's Olympus at this time. And basically, it's about a girl whose life is miserable, and she can see through the mist. And she gets wrapped up in basically affairs with the god, and Kate wants to kill her and use her power to destroy the gods. And it's a big mess. Oh my god. Abby. This is like an archive now. I'm gonna cry! I'm legit gonna start crying! I wanted to make a little collage of Nora and Milo's little growth as friends. And I got to these two, and I didn't finish any of them, but the two of them, they're so cute. They're best friends. And then over here we have my angsty baby girl, Kit, aka Black Widow. I did a speed paint of Black Widow once. I think I did. Oh my god. This is Asima. Yeah, she's emotional and depressed and, yeah, sad. Oh, I just decided to play around with some color pencils, I think that was, and then for this thing, I drew this and I was like, using that, so I used this character, and I decided to do this character, and I named her Mara, and she was going to be a teammate for one of my other characters. So she's like the Grim Reaper of demons, and in the actual story, her name, she's called the Demon Slayer, which is not very unique. Over here I drew Hermione because I was reading the books and it was just Hermione. And I started playing D&D. Although Although we haven't actually started yet. It's been quite a while. You see, we did this in September. But thanks to my friend, who hasn't been doing his character sheet, we haven't been able to start it all. And so I'm actually going to design his character in my next sketchbook. I already actually designed one of my friends' character in this sketchbook as well, another character. Anyway, this is her name. This is Ellis. She is a half moon elf, and she carries the mark of the storm. She is a rogue with a criminal background, of course. I tried to do like a little color thing, but I hated it, and I hated it so much. It looks so bad. I wanted her skin to be a lot lighter, but I did that digitally. I actually did have a little thing that I did digitally, but I didn't actually post it or anything. Depression. This is a lot of vent art. We just 2 days later, and then this one. I did the hair with colored pencils first, and then I went over it with black ink, with some gray ink to do that little effect, and then I did that with normal colored pencils. I haven't actually used colored pencils in a while. Over here, it's been 4 days, no, 3 days actually, 3 days, and so I decided to draw Kit again, and then this line is just sad, and so I decided to write down what I wanted to happen for season 2. I'm actually currently writing season 2. I'm calling it season 2, but it's more like volume 2, and I'm writing the entire story as one thing, and then the Vindicators. Oh my god, Night Shadow and Electro from a different story. I'm actually, a lot of this is not really real at all anymore. A lot of the stuff has changed later on. Black Widow and Quake, and that is not, I've deleted this from the story, and so this is what happened. This is what happens directly after this, and Kit does not get fired anymore. And Kitty, I've actually changed this a little bit too. I've changed most of the story already. This is, yes, February. That is a 2. Yes, I'm a time traveler. All of these say 2, except for this. These 2, I went back in time, apparently. Over here is my friend's birthday party, and so I decided to draw her a card, and she likes My Hero Academia, and her favorite characters are Shigaraki and Dabi. So I drew a little thing here. I didn't draw it fully, just because I wanted to get it down. I actually really like drawing that, but I haven't actually drawn those 2 characters at all, other than that. I drew this upside down, but I hated it anyway, so there we go. And yeah. Yeah, basically it's the X-Men, except with children. And here what the children can do. There's just a lot of writing in this section, because I was just writing stories. And then over here I was deciding to draw like a little character. I think Gortober, which I decided to start, but I didn't get very far because I was doing these big pages. For insects, I decided to do a guy who had insects crawling over him and out of his mouth and feces. Not feces, just every orifice of his face. Then over here, I have knives, which I just decided to draw a girl with a ton of cuts all over her, and blood and a crazy face because Gortober. This is Vixen, who's a character that I haven't actually designed in a very long time, and I love this foot. Sometimes in my style, the best feet are just with 2 little hoofs. And over here, I was thinking of changing my name to Cave Girl at first, but I decided on this is artsy trash. But of course, I ended up doing creative trash just because it seems a bit better for me. And over here, the word with eyes. It doesn't even look that scary. It kind of looks kind of cute or whatever. It looks kind of nice. 10 out of 10 would be friends with. And then over here, day 4, which was acid. Again, I didn't really do, I decided, this is when I was sort of getting out of the hang of it. And then over here, poison, which I didn't really know what to do other than, you know, poison apple. Over here, I decided to draw a character from a book, and it's called Frostblood, and I just finished the series. I'm gonna start crying before I need to leave this page. Over here, ooh, yeah, that was a design. Over here, I decided to draw an OC for My Hero Academia, and I named her Puppet. She's villain OC, and she has the ability to control people if she scratches them. So it's a bit more doable. It's a bit more difficult for her to control people than it is for Shinso or someone like that. Because Shinso just needs to ask a question and they have to answer. There we go. And so, yeah. And I figured out one of the black backlashes is that the more she uses her power, she has a second quirk, and that quirk sort of goes out of hand very easily, and it's an electric quirk, and basically, yeah, this happens. If she uses her quirks too much at all, either of them, that happens. Just a little sketch right there. I don't really know if I like it. More of my baby girl. There's a lot of jumps. This is a 6-day jump. This is a 5-day jump. And then over here, this is the next day, and then the next day. This is the same day as the other one, and this is the next day that I decided to finish the spread. I like this spread because I like doing these kinds of spreads where they have just a very simple color scheme in there with just a ton of with just pencil drawings and then some color to make it pop. Mostly to like. Can I please kill something? If I don't, I think I'm gonna die. That's a mood. That's a mood. That's just Ellis for you. That's just her as a character. And I did this one because I thought like maybe if she was angry, her gift would go out of hand and she'd just become a ton of wind around her face or something. I don't know. Abby, I got new art supplies. This is 3 days later. This is my birthday. No, it wasn't my birthday. It was for... Well, it was for my birthday. This is all the stuff that I got for my birthday, but it was the day before my birthday. And I got those markers. And I don't think I actually showed you guys those markers, but they're artist lab markers. I got new tumbos. I got new colored pencils. And then I was just testing them out over here, and I like the way... Oh, I also got a blending card, and that's what these were from. I was testing out the blending card and seeing how well I could blend colors with it. I decided to draw Abby and try to do it with my same technique, but with some of the colors that I got from the other thing, and I did not like it because the peach was picking up the blue from my old technique. I like these little faces though, except for this one. One looks bad. Just a random sketch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he in here under the room? I don't think he is. This is Peggy, the little pigeon plague doctor. And it was for a little program that me and my friend were planning on doing, but we never actually did. Over here I got, I didn't take these pages, but I think this is the day of my birthday because I got those. Yeah, what's the day of my birthday? Because I got those from a family member, and I drew this, and it took me forever to draw a skull that looked decent enough to be put on a shirt. It's simplified. All right, so over here I was designing my friend's character for D&D. His name is Leonidas, and he has blue eyes, gray hair, tinish skin, and he has short hair. I drew him with like a hood over his head, and these are the first two designs, but I ended up with this one. I definitely like his design a lot better than what he had before, which is just not anything at all. He has a little guitar, because he is a bard. He is a bard, but he is chaotic evil bard. He's just, he doesn't care about anybody's lives except him and Alice have a bond where they are sort of like, well, Alice's parents were killed. I don't know anything about Leonidas' parents yet, but they found each other after, and they were both criminals, so they decided that they would just stick together, and Leonidas, being the oldest out of the two, decided to just keep her and take care of her. And that's what they did. He also has just really cool charms because, you know, bards, one of the things that they can have is a death lung. And he has freaking such much charisma that he can just, basically he can tell anybody to do anything and they'll probably do it. But I have like no charisma at all, which is not very good because I'm a rogue. I didn't like this one because it looks way too long. I was gonna do the color scheme, but I decided to do it digitally instead. These two were actually done during a sleepover, and this is where the art block starts again. And we did a challenge. I like this one a lot better because I got to do a superhero. We were doing some with my watercolor brush things. I was going to put this, but again, I lost the footage. Over here, we did a 3 marker challenge, and I actually did that. But again, lost the footage, so I didn't post it. But I don't know where I put it. Oh, this is a little layout for Harry Potter fanfiction. And I don't really want to go into depth with that one because I'm just going to cry again. Over here, I was doing some stuff with style stuff, and this is my icon. Over here, I drew the same character from over here, except I redesigned her. I redesigned her from her original design just to fit the theme more. She doesn't wear her rope or anything anymore. She wears pants just because she's a more adventurous character. She's a very adventurous little girl. And I decided to draw out the staves. The staff or wands of life and darkness. And I actually looked up names that would be perfect for this. The staff of life is named Apostle, which actually does mean life. And darkness, staff of darkness is called Ataraxia, the staff of darkness. And that's for book 2, Living Magic, which I haven't actually done book 2 yet. Why is it called Living Magic? Okay, I know why it's called Living Magic now. Okay. I do Pharaoh. Pharaoh is one of the characters from that thing. He's another character. He's a prince. He is a lesser prince. He is the youngest prince. And he is freaking adorable. He has long hair, and I love this bun, and he's so cute. He's adorable. He's a scaredy cat. I don't like this one, but I like this one so much. He has flowers, he has a fur crown, he has a sword, he looks adorable. He's adorable, isn't he? And over here, I drew Aaron, who is the same character from that. Fast forward 3 days, I decided to draw the characters again, and I didn't like it. Another day, I drew a watercolor thing, and I didn't like it at all either. So another thing, I was done with life at this point. Over here, I said vent out. I didn't know what to do anything so anymore. I just did some little creative exercises. And this is what I came up with for that. Let's come over here. I didn't like these at all. These are disgusting. But over here, I went in straight with my thing. With my, what's it called? With the brush pen, the brush markers that I got. Alcohol markers that I got for that, and I did that. Over here I did some owl studies with just that. I did a charcoal thing over here. I did kit over here. This is speed paint that I did. This is speed paint. Over here is kit. And here is kit completed. I decided to redesign Kit's little outfit thing, and originally in my first designs she had pink hair, which I think you might remember. But with over here, I decided what it would be like if I decided to test out what it'd be like if she had blue hair instead, and I really liked it, so I did this. And as you can tell, this is a lot better quality of marker usage than over here. Everything's not very blended out very well. So it's not the blush, which is just big dots everywhere, and over here it's blended out a bit better. And I decided to use amber eyes, like she actually has, because every time I draw her with blue eyes, but in the actual description of her that I actually did in the tutorial, she has amber eyes. So I drew with amber eyes, and it looks a lot better. And this is Alana from Magic Academy, which is basically Harry Potter, but with elemental magic instead. That's what Callus story. Basically, she's like the Hermione character where she's just like, no, you're gonna get yourself killed, no. Over here I drew this. I really like this one. This one's disturbing. But I like this one because it looks kind of sweet and she looks depressed. But I'm not gonna draw on that. Why does she look? Okay. Wait a second. I'm gonna say that I drew this first and then they drew that one. I don't care anymore. I don't know what the heck happened there. But over here, I drew a little landscape island thing. Magic. I was inspired by a stone. And over here, I just drew a little concept that I didn't like and I didn't end up using. I decided to do some wolf drawings, and I think you can tell which ones I drew first. I drew these two first, and then I drew these two, and then I drew this one. Oh, I drew this one. I did this one, and then I did this one. And then I decided to draw, like, some ones would look like with shorter. And then I went over here, and oh, that's the same character from over here. Where is she? There he is. This one. That's the same character from over here. Over here, too. It's like magic wolves. For some reason, it's extremely long. More Harry Potter things. Dean and Seamus. Because I rewatched that movie. I rewatched Order of the Phoenix, where Ginny and Dean were dating in the beginning, and then because they didn't really go into depth of anything at that point, so I wanted to know what Seamus would think of that. Seamus would think of that when he found out, and heartbroken because Dean X is Seamus. And then over here, when they kiss, and Dean's like, I can't believe her. Because we didn't actually find out that Ginny dumped him, where they, like, broke up, until Ginny kissed Harry and was like, what happened to Dean? Dean was being used, that's what. And so over here, I just drew this moment because it's so funny. It's so cute. And then I do this over here. And then this because this just seems like what somebody would do. And then kiss. Elefantes, which I actually kind of like these. Over here, I did a little landscape thing. I was bored. This is thumbnails for the front. Over here, this is Kit. Obviously, I didn't know this before, but apparently my Bombay Indian ink is not alcohol marker proof. So there you have it. Over here, this is Zara. Oh God. Oh my God. Let's just look back. Take a look back. Take a second to look back and notice something that is very disturbing. Where is it? Where is it? This and this are the same character. Just redesigned. I don't want to get into depth what the heck that is, because it is a stolen story and I'm not going to use it anymore. This is the map from that story. I drew Nico, which you may know him as Neko before, but his name is Nico now. It's human name. This thing. I drew this and then I changed it in. I actually did record this, but I didn't feel like doing it because I don't know. Over here, I was trying to design him a bit more clearly, and then I designed this page. I did this one first, and then I did that one, and then I hated this one so much. I did this one first, and then I did that one, and that one. I hate both of these, but the rest of them I like a lot better. The air should be a little bit more in, but I still love these all. And this one's just adorable right here. Okay, here we go. I thought I was... Okay, so I have an announcement, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this because I have committed myself to this, and I've gotten so excited for this so much. And I want to do a comic. A real comic. The story is called Reprogramming, which is this. It takes place in the year 2240. I was gonna do it in 3040, but I thought, that's a little too far into the future for the events that were happening in this one. And so the company creates a virus that will help to reprogram the terrible race that is humanity. That right now, most of the jobs that like dumb people would take over and use are now used with robots. And so now the only jobs that are really used for humans are the smart jobs, or the jobs that require a lot of strength, or just like games and stuff like that. Or YouTube. But basically this company wants to remake humans and sort of just remake them. The first prototype is released, and a little teenage girl who I now have named Alex is the first one to get it. She calls him Proto. He helps her with her social issues because she is very angry. She hates the world, and she's pretty mean to everybody else. She's one of those characters, she's just like, don't talk to me, don't even look at me. And she has a lot of self-esteem issues, and he's trying to help her with that, and they become friends, which Proto learns human emotions via her. So that's sort of what happens with that. I like things where like the robots learn human emotion and sort of obtain it themselves. Then the prototype finds out that the company's intentions are not as good as what they have led up to be, and so so he leads her to help, and I don't know who he's gonna be, but it's a guy, and he's a former worker who has left the program, and Proto knows him because he was the first one to program Proto and the first one that Proto ever met. And so they go on this adventure and they have to try and stop the company before the virus is released to the public and basically destroys everybody and turns them into mindless zombies. This was her first design and I hated it. I like the other shave, so I like to shave off hair, so I decided to do it's a little bit less extreme. And I did this. She looks so nice. And then over here, I decided to do a little bit more. She has an actual shirt underneath. She doesn't have a tank top anymore. She has a t-shirt underneath her little jacket thing. It's ripped off. She has shorts on. She has knee. I was gonna give her knee highs, but I ended up changing that. Over here, she is on her phone. Again, I like these little things where they just have like a constant color scheme, and so I didn't know what color she should have, so I decided with these 3 colors, which is this blue color that I use for like little pops of color, the background, which is just the background, and which is probably the color that I'm going to use for the outlining of the comic in the first place. And then this pink, which I love with graphite and looks so good with graphite. And that's what I did for that. And for the next page, another page of her, and this thing, and the comic. Whoops. Whoops. I got too excited, and I knocked it over. And a comic. It looks so good. So in this comic, Proto is telling her that she needs. They're in the bathroom, and she's trying to. This is one of the first exercises that he does to help her with her self-esteem issues, and that is to change something about her and get her to look at herself from a different angle. And let me just tell you, this actually does kind of work. This is one of the things my mom did for me when I. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. There was no point in that. Okay, Proto. It's not a he. He's a robot. I don't want to call him a he though. I want to call him a he so desperately because he. But they start by taking down her hair so that you can see what she looks like without her hair up. Because you haven't seen it in so long, it's what it looks like. And this is the end result. I love this like 4-panel thing down here that I did. It looks like nice. If you want to read it, then you can read it, but I didn't feel like actually reading myself. And before they would lose my name's face, I like the background. Like the background didn't take that long. It's very simple, and I like it though. I like the simplicity of it. I like the highlights with the blue. I like the implementation of the blue and just, yes. And then over here, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me just... Either way, it's a picture of fresh ink sands that my friend drew for me. I think you can see it. It says color on his glasses, and then it says go die. But yeah, and she has signed it right here. Her name is Carly. And yeah, so that is the end of this sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed this sketchbook tour, and I don't know, I haven't really... I hope I'll finish my next sketchbook in a lot less time than it took me to do this one. This one had, I don't know how many pages it had, but this one has 105 sheets, and this one has thin paper, so I'm only going to use one side. This is what I've drawn so far in it. Just a little picture of her, of Alex. Again, I'm definitely going to do the comic once I start with the script, but I do have the plot down. I know what I'm going to do with her, and I just needed a name first. My Mino actually did vote on it, and they were tied for a while, but and 3 names, but on almost unanimous decision of my friends, we have decided to call her Alex, but a full name being something really, really complicated. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, if you did enjoy this and want to see more, whatever, subscribe. I hope. But yeah, subscribe to see more art, more trash, probably the comic, and more updates about that, and more just stories in general. And until then, bye!